Service. What's up? It is Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Stephanie Santiago.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
And it's Aviane.
Hey, girl. Listen, we thought this is only appropriate now. Every week we come up here to Engine Room Audio to do lip service, and every week we sit down and chit-chat with Aviane, and we have some great girl talk. So she's here with us today on Lip Service, and we're going to start with the tip of the day. Aviane, what do you do here, just so people know?
Well, I do a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just managing the spot, helping Scotty, dealing with bookings, you know, making sure the engineers are on point with the sessions, just everything in between. You kind of halfway
manage the studio.
Yeah. It's a lot, but it's great. You know, everything that we do here, all the podcasts, Lip Service is great. Every week is hilarious, man. Yeah.
Leg opening.
Yeah.
Is it weird? Because I'm sure guys come up here and try to kick it to you because you're a cute girl.
Yeah.
Very attractive. So how do you handle that?
I mean, you just got to know the industry that you in, you know, this music industry, you're going to deal with that every day if you're a pretty chick, no matter where you go. So I think I just, you know.
Because people always say that. How do you handle it when you work, you know, you're working and guys are flirting with you, coming on to you? How do you handle that, especially if you're not interested? But you don't want to offend somebody at the same time.
I think you got to keep it friendly. And I think, you know, depending on how you come off to the person, they would know immediately if you're rocking with them or not. You know what I mean? It's one thing to flirt friendly, but, you know, I think if you're trying to take it to the next level, is pretty obvious. So, you know, I'm always friendly with the guys. Again, this industry is just male driven. So I deal with men every day. All the guys that work here is a bunch of them. But, you know, it's an adventure. It's fun. I learn from them.
People always ask me that. They're like, how do you deal with guys trying to kick it to you? Yeah.
It's just something you got to get used to. You know, it's something you got to deal with if you're going to be in this industry. Again, it's a male driven industry. So you got to get used to it.
The worst for me is like, even if you're really nice and they still can't take the curve.
Right. Yeah. It's like respect the curve.
Because you know why? Because sometimes persistence overcomes resistance. I'm sure we've all given into a persistent guy.
Right.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. It works. You know, I'm not going to lie. It works.
Yeah.
It's like getting a job. You know, I'm going to keep on checking in and seeing if it works out. And if one day you get caught slipping, you know.
If one day you're drunk.
Right. Or, you know, upset about something or bored or lonely. Maybe.
Bored. You gotta hit
you know
somebody
what?
up,
This guy be hitting me all the time. Fuck it.
He the only one
Come
around.
over.
Yeah.
It does happen, though. It happened to all of us, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. For sure.
That persistent guy. But it's just that if you're not interested at all. Now, is there rules against like dating somebody that comes up here? Or is it bad? Like, do they tell you not to? Or is it just like at your own discretion?
I mean, I've never been told not to. You know, I think we're all adults, but it's just keeping it at a level where it's still respectful and it's not, you know, it's not messing with anyone. It's not messing with the business.
Do you think it's not respectable? Like, what do y'all think? If a girl is working someplace, like say we came in here and a woman was working here, but, you know, a few people done came in and does it matter?
For me, I think... I feel like once you have sex with somebody and you see them every day, it makes things awkward.
But would you look at somebody differently? Like if you work, you know, if we came up in here and Aviane, not at all, because I don't know, Aviane don't do nothing like that.
Yeah,
but let's just say like, you know, several guys was like, yeah, you know, Aviane, me and her. Would you be like, damn? Would you look at her like she's less of a professional?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
150%. Yes.
Because even if you are going to do some dirt in your workplace, then you need to not do it excessively to where as though people more than one know. You know,
like, and if Aviane was towing up here, she would be like, "Oh, look, that's a thought that works up here."
Right.
Look, guys, if you're interested,
and then that'll be super uncomfortable for me. You know,
right?
That'll be super.
You'd be like, "Danny's talking about me."
Yeah. I mean, you know, you know who you fuck, so it's like you yourself would be uncomfortable in that situation. Not even them talking about you. You yourself would be like, oh shit, here's this
I always
dude.
say that if guys have respect for you, they're not going to talk shit about you.
Yep.
Right.
Like if they respect you, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, you know, I hit that. Because they won't even look at you like that.
Yep.
They respect you too much. So they want to talk no shit.
Yeah. And I was having that conversation the other day. One of my friends, he was like, you know, I could be in a room with 4 chicks that I fucked and I won't say anything.
Right.
You know, it's...
Well, he sounds a little grimy.
Yeah. I mean, but in a sense,
I'm just kidding.
In a sense, you're not going to be like, oh yeah, I fucked her and her and her. It's like, it's your business. If you guys could keep it on the low and you don't have to spread that out to everybody, then just keep it to yourself. If you guys are respectful to each other, then, you know.
Now, let's say somebody came up in here and one of us, you know, slept with him. Would you tell other people or would you keep that between you and him? Like, let's just say we had somebody in here and we're like, oh, you know, just so y'all know, like, or is that private information?
I would probably tell y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like mention
yeah.
it during the show,
Right.
but I would like quietly tell y'all, like, girl, let me tell you about this.
Yeah, I wouldn't mention it on the show either, but of course I would tell y'all.
Yeah,
I would tell you
off
guys
the record.
everything.
Right,
Would you tell us if he was whack?
Yeah.
I would really
lip
tell y'all
service.
if it was whack.
I'll tell y'all if it was whack, if it was good, size.
Lip service, those off the record conversations. You gotta.
Me and my best friend, we
the mics
have
off
a code.
conversation.
Yeah, we have a code when it comes to guys dick size, like without people knowing. Well, now everybody's gonna know. But when like if it was an average size, we'll be like, man, he was like at 65%. You know the battery when your battery's dying. It's like 65.
But it could still last for a few. Yeah.
And then somebody with a little dick, man, he was 15%.
He's on low power mode.
You want to be like, man, he's about to die.
Yeah, he's on low power mode.
And then if it's really big, we'll say, oh, he had the Mophie extra charge.
That's hilarious.
All right, now, normally we start off with the tip of the day. So today's tip is, how do you tell somebody if they got you a present that you don't really like it? Or should you tell them?
That's tough. That's tough.
It depends on the situation. It depends on the present. It depends on how bad the present is. Like if it's something that they would expect, if it's like clothing or something that they would expect you to wear or expect to see you in, or something like that, then I would probably tell them, like, even though it's so nice, it's just not my style. It's just not for me.
This is funny because one of my best friends, a guy gave her a charm for her bracelet, and it's the title of the charm is our first dance, right? It's a boy and a girl. One of those Pandora bracelets. So it's a boy and a girl, and it's first dance. And she's like, when she opens it, she's like, but we've never danced before.
Wow. How long have they been dating? Or were
like
dating?
a year or something. And then, they're like on and off because she has another boyfriend, but that's a whole different.
Right.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
That's a dance
story.
in itself.
Yeah, that's a whole different dance. But she's like, we didn't dance on our first date. Like if
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
There's no type of connection.
Yeah,
maybe
so
he wants
so
to dance.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, maybe you should bust out a groove.
And that's a tough situation because the way she
waltz class.
The way she kind of took the gift is like.
Like,
she wasn't with it,
but he put so much.
Sounds like he got it in a gift bag.
He did put a lot of.
Sounds like a re-gift situation. Yeah. No, you know what? Okay, so I had an ex-boyfriend, and he used to give me the worst presents ever. And we were together for a long time, like 5 years. Yeah. And his presents used to be terrible. I used to be like, dude,
and he would be so excited to give them to you.
He wouldn't even be excited. He just wasn't a thoughtful person.
Oh.
And he would give me the worst presents, and I never would say anything, but it would make me mad.
Right.
So when we did break up, now he did cheat on me, and I found out, and then I was like, okay, and I was thinking to myself, he got me whack presents anyway. And that's like, I think you could put up with a lot more when somebody treats you really good and is like thoughtful and everything. But because, he got me whack presents and he didn't treat me like he was cheating.
It was easy for you to be like,
come on.
I was like, listen, take your little homemade purse.
He bought you a homemade
I hope you don't hear this.
Oh,
but
shit.
no lie, he was like, yo, this woman in my job makes purses. He really bought me a purse. Someone in his job.
But then in those situations when people continuously buy you gifts that you don't like, is it that they're not paying attention to what you do like, or they just picking up whatever?
Maybe it's their personal taste. Yeah, is bad.
But his taste was good. He bought himself all kind of nice stuff.
Maybe
you know what I think? I think he never had like a for real, like the girlfriend he had before me was like
basic.
Not even that, but he never had like no real girlfriend that he really did stuff for. Right. So it probably was his most serious relationship. So it was like a learning experience. Yeah, so I was like his guinea pig. I'm sure he
was buying you amateur gifts.
Right. He was just didn't know.
He was amateur gifting.
Yeah.
Like he went on vacation and he came back with like some type of shell necklace.
What?
That he probably bought at the airport.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine you making that call to one of your girlfriends like, girl, this guy gets.
And I was like, I don't want to be, and it's not even that I'm materialistic or I'm an asshole. Right. I just felt like this is all, I can't even wear
a little more
ever in life.
Right.
And then one time he got me a Juicy Couture perfume set. it smelled disgusting.
Yeah, that's
I was like,
amateur.
what are these
Yeah, that's
presents?
like teenager.
Where did he get it from? Like Century 21 or something? Where did he get it from?
I think he got it at
Dwayne Reed?
Bloomingdale's or something. But it was listen. I just and it
Juicy
wasn't.
Couture is like teenage perfume.
Probably the same place you got the charm.
But I do feel like at the time I should have said something to him.
Yeah.
Because I felt like it was wrong for me not to say nothing, but it was making me madder and madder.
And you said this.
And I wasn't saying anything.
then what would you say?
Because I felt like it would be ungrateful to be like, I don't really like these
Right,
presents you're
that's
giving
what I'm
me.
saying.
So I wanted to be appreciative of it.
Mhm.
But it was like a build up. You
Yeah.
know how sometimes you're like, okay, I don't want to be an asshole, so I'm not gonna say nothing. But it built up and I
After
like
a while,
exploded.
I probably would have had to say
And I
something.
was like, these whack ass presents, like it just.
Oh, you did say something.
I did, but it was like way later after I
Right.
gave him like 8 terrible presents.
Yeah, see, after present number 3, I'd have been like, listen, bruh.
We're good. Just
Yeah, no.
gift card. Give me the money.
Gift cards only
Yeah.
from here.
Now everybody was talking about Black China and Rob Kardashian getting engaged and the ring that he bought her, right?
7 carats.
7 carats. So
Ring, ring.
somebody was asking me, you know, how much do you think somebody should spend on a ring? Like if you was gonna get engaged, what do you expect somebody to spend?
It depends on the situation. Like if it depends on what he does for a living, what you do for a living, what's going on.
Because in
You know
general,
what I
they
mean?
say 3 months salary
Okay, 3
is what
months
you're supposed to
salary
spend on a ring.
on a ring.
Mm.
My friend just got engaged and her ring was like 45,000.
That's a
Pretty
lot.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's a nice
That's a
ring.
decent number.
Yeah.
I agree with Steph. I think it's just really, your situation.
Yeah.
How
But
much
if
you
somebody
make.
asked you like how much you think would you expect somebody to spend on a ring for you, what would you say?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
For myself?
Yes. What would you say?
$3 million.
Shut up.
A gazillion billion dollars.
I mean, 40,000 is
That's the
cute.
evil.
She said 40,000 is cute.
That's cute.
Yeah.
If you want to, I mean.
She said 40,000 is cute.
That's cute. I mean, we could go up to $1 million, but
I want like
40,000 is.
$3.5 million ring where it's so big and heavy I can't even lift my hand.
Would you get it appraised
even
if
put it
somebody
in your
gave you a
bag.
ring?
Yes, I would get it appraised.
Well,
Is that
damn.
bad? Is that mean?
I don't know. Now I had a discussion with one of my friends and we had a whole debate about this.
Well, it depends. It depends. Like, okay.
Insurance purposes, yes.
What if he
but-
says it's insured already?
Mm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm saying on the real, would you get it appraised? Because my friend said she would. I said I
I
wouldn't.
probably wouldn't immediately.
Right.
Yeah, not right
Not
away.
right
Like, oh, got
away.
this ring. Gotta go get it
Yeah.
appraised.
Yeah, but I would be. I mean, if for somehow I didn't find out some way down the line, and I really, really felt like I needed to know or I wanted to know, then I would.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Would you
because
ask him or get it appraised?
I would probably just get it appraised. I think it's kind of rude to be like, "How much you pay for this?"
Right.
You know, you could just go.
You don't think it's rude to go get it appraised?
Well, not if you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Now, what if you go and you find out it's not real?
Ooh.
Right, because then do you go and tell him,
Then
like,
what?
look, I got this appraised.
No,
and
well
it's
then
fake
that's
as
when you
fuck.
ask, like, well, hey, about this ring.
And then what if he lies?
Then that's when you slide that paperwork over, like,
So now y'all both dishonest.
Right.
right. I mean,
It's a
hey,
fucked up situation after
you can't
that.
get mad at me for getting it appraised if this shit is fake.
Right. Who's worse? And that's
Right.
at the end of the
You
day.
played me.
Yeah.
What would you do, Aviane, if you got the ring appraised and it was fake?
Ugh.
I don't think I'll talk to the motherfucker for a while.
This old
Yeah, I think we'll.
bubblegum
yeah.
ring.
Over this glass.
This old cute.
But you would tell him.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Stephanie, you would tell him.
What?
Stephanie would tell.
She'll
the
throw
world.
it at him.
Stephanie would blast his ass.
I would probably tell him after he's in the hospital because I almost killed him because he got cut. And I would tell him there, like, I cut you because you gave me a fake ass ring.
So the relationship's over after that.
I mean, it's not, it's a lie. Like, for that, I mean, it depends.
But what could he say
Why
for you to
depends
be a
on
ring?
ring if you're gonna give me a
situation.
fake ring?
Exactly.
Why even go
for
through
me,
that?
Right.
it depends on the situation. Like if you know it's a hardworking, regular guy, who's doing the 40 hours a week, and I went and he got me a beautiful ring, and I went and found out it was fake. I probably wouldn't I probably wouldn't be so down on him for it. You know, I probably wouldn't kill him for it.
Yeah.
But if I'm dating an athlete or a rapper or something like that, and they give me a fake ring,
What if he's like, babe, I wear fake jewelry?
Hell no.
No.
You don't know how they be moving. We don't want nobody hating on
because
you, trying to take your shit.
Yeah, no, but you know,
If
that's
that's the
because
case,
you
then
have money.
you should have bought me a real ring and then had a dummy ring that I wear out and
Right,
keep the real
yeah.
ring safe.
Right.
But at least we know we got a real ring. Keep
Right,
it 100.
right.
I think it all depends on the situation and a lot of things. Like Stephanie said, if it's a hardworking dude and he doesn't have a lot of
40
money, but he
hours.
feels like you really want a ring and he wants to propose to you and he has to do whatever it takes to make you happy.
I'll take
And
the wooden
if
ring.
it was fake, you know, that would be a problem. But maybe he felt pressured that he
Right.
needed to get you a ring and he couldn't
Maybe he
afford
was
a
like,
good
one day I'm going to get a real one and replace the
Right.
fake one.
Yeah.
But it's still a conversation like, guy.
How
Like,
important is the ring, though?
exactly. I was going to say, maybe just
How
don't get
important
me
is
the ring right
to y'all?
now.
Right. Just don't get me.
Don't get it right now.
You really feel like that? Can a guy propose to you with no ring?
No, that's not a
Yeah,
real
that's
proposal
right.
if there is no ring involved. But I mean, you can go get married without having a wedding. So what difference does it make? It's only a piece
Yeah.
of paper at the end of the day.
No, I mean, I think
So
it's
if your man,
besides the
so if
whole,
your
like,
man was
vowels
like,
and
so if
all
your man
that.
was like, yo, let's just get married.
but no ring. He's just ready to go to the court. You don't think he proposed to you?
That's not a proposal.
Yeah.
That's just
Yes,
going.
it
That's
is.
jumping
Right.
the room.
No,
That's
no.
getting hitched.
No. Because if you're
That's getting eloped.
proposing marriage when you ask the question,
Yeah,
Let's
if you're
get
getting down
married.
it
on
has
one
nothing
knee.
to do with
What if
a
he
ring.
says, let's get tattoos?
It's let's get tattoos is a proposal to get
Like
a
ring
tattoo.
tattoos.
No, let's get, like, instead of
right?
getting
Like get
rings,
a ring
let's just get
tattoo.
tattoos.
Like a ring tattoo.
Yeah, like let's get
Ring
married
finger
and then
tattoo.
we'll tattoo it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And no
that's
ring.
it.
And you're
No
fine
ring,
with no
though?
It's
ring.
still a proposal.
If he gets down on
It's
one
just
knee,
that she's like, I'm not having it. And like, my man better bring me a ring.
No,
If he
seriously,
gonna ask
how
me to
important is
marry
it,
him.
Gigi? If it's important to you, that's fine.
I mean, I don't really know if a ring is all that important as the commitment itself.
Right.
Because you can have the craziest, you can have a goddamn ice skating rink on your finger and a nigga
right.
treating you like shit on the low. So, I mean, and at the end of it, what matters is the real commitment and not the materialistic part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would prefer to have a ring.
Right. That's what I was
But
going
if
to
I
say.
had that choice,
But if I had a choice,
If you're in a
Be
serious
clear.
relationship and you've been with him for a long time and you're ready for that commitment, you would expect and hope that that moment will be special when he gets
because
down
people
on
don't
one knee
believe
and
you
gives
if you
a
say
ring.
you engaged and you ain't
You
got
have
no
a
damn
ring,
ring.
right.
right.
When you like, I'm engaged, but we
Where?
decided no ring.
It's like, bitch, where?
The people be like, you know you're not engaged, right?
Not yet.
Oh wait,
Not
didn't
yet.
who got married without a ring?
I think it was Tammy and Waka.
Yeah, and she was like, I don't need no ring. I got a big ass house.
Oh, girl.
That's me.
No.
I got a big ass house. I don't
I'm
need
not
no ring.
mad at us saying let's not spend money on the ring because we're going to spend money on a house
Right.
instead.
Yeah,
I'm never mad at being
Yep.
practical.
Right.
So I'm not, Avian's like, right.
Yeah.
But you want the ring.
Right. I mean, but if you're doing that, like if you invested in a home for a future family and you know you're going to be together for a while, then the ring could wait, you know? It all
Oh.
depends on the person.
Oh my God, how could I
well,
not?
we already
how
got
could
the
I forget
house,
this?
so I guess
Right.
I will be getting a ring.
How could I forget this? The first time I was
When the time
engaged,
comes.
the first time I got engaged, the guy gave me a cubic zirconia. He wasn't a
Whoop, whoop,
diamond.
whoop.
Yes. God bless that man. And I took it to the pawn shop.
You got it.
Because I knew the guy in the pawn shop. I was only like 17, 18 years old. I took it to the pawn shop and the guy was like, no, this isn't a diamond. So I was like, all right. I was like, okay. So I went to him and I told him, I was like, hey, I took it
Somebody
to the pawn
ripped you
shop.
off.
Yeah, like, was it supposed to be a diamond?
Like, did you know you were some bullshit, or did they play you, son?
So you
And he was like, no, it's a diamond.
You
I
were
was
like,
you hurt his feelings.
Yeah. But
was
he was
embarrassed.
awful. He was an awful boyfriend.
Well,
he was
clearly.
just awful.
He
yeah.
deserved a lie.
He was
I mean,
all
but
around
Once you get
awful.
caught, you might as well tell the truth.
Right, but you said you was 17.
Yeah,
How old was he at that
17,
time?
18.
Like,
Oh, he was 31.
oh, okay.
Well, he's already disgusting.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I was going to say if it was a situation where he was,
he was young,
like you.
right.
then it's
No,
like,
he
you know.
was, but he had just came out of jail. He was in jail for 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, here we
I
go,
got
Stephanie.
that ring from jail.
Yeah, you probably got it from a Cracker Jack box, man.
All we had was fake rocks in jail.
Commissary money.
You know what? Let me find out he came home and got you that commissary ring.
Yo, all we had was
You
fake
held me
rocks.
down. Marry me.
Now, would you propose to a guy? All right, ladies, let's take a break from lip service and let's talk about Squarespace. Now, we take the internet for granted these days, but the truth is, if you're able to get your own story and message out there, that's an incredible blessing. Now, in 2016, you don't have to rely on someone else to tell the word about what you're up to. What do?
Well, you get a website.
That's right. And whether it's your music, your writing, your fashion, your business, your artwork, because you're doing your clothing line now, right? You're sewing.
I'm sewing.
And Aviane, you're doing your music thing.
Right.
All right. Well, there aren't any barriers between you and the people you want to reach. That's what you need. The website, like you said, Gigi, that's where Squarespace comes in. Now, building a website can be tough, but it don't have to be. Even if you know your way around coding, creating something that looks good and works well is a time-consuming affair. Whether it's for a business site, a portfolio, or a restaurant, or whatever else you got, in this day and age, you probably need a website anyway. Well, it's very lucky that Squarespace makes it easy to build beautiful websites without breaking a sweat. Everyone I know is using Squarespace. They provide simple, powerful, and beautiful websites, and they look professionally designed regardless of skill level, no coding required.
Not only does Squarespace provide you with intuitive and easy to use tools,
and that's important because let me tell you something. When I tried to do my website myself, it was a hot ass mess. All right. And you can't beat the ease and simplicity of Squarespace. It helped me out so much. They give you 24/7 online support. So even if my site crashes in the middle of the night, I can call Squarespace and they'll help me out. And the website is beautiful. So what are you waiting for? Start a trial with no credit card required and you can start building your website today. Don't wait. And when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure you use the offer code Angela and you'll get 10% off your first purchase. And you'll be showing your support for lip service. We thank Squarespace for your support of Angela Yee's lip service. Now, would you propose to a guy?
no.
Nah.
Yes.
Of course,
No,
Stephanie
yes.
would propose.
I would ask a guy to marry me.
Picture that.
I would ask a guy to marry me. It just depends on the situation. Like, I wouldn't propose to just any guy that I'm in love with.
How would you propose to a guy though, Stephanie?
How would I propose
I can't even see
marriage
this.
to a guy? It depends. Like I said, like
Would you get him a ring?
I would ask my son's father to marry me. You know what I mean? We've been together for a long time. Like, I know he probably wanted that at a point, and I didn't want it at that time. And then, if we were to get back together, a big history. There would have to be a big, long history. Like, I wouldn't propose to somebody that I'm
Get
with
back
right
together
now.
with your son's father?
No, I wouldn't. But if I were to propose to anyone, it would be him. And it would not. And I'm not saying that I want to marry him.
That sounds
right
like
now.
a halfway yes.
No.
It's a halfway yes.
No. That is a half yes. That was.
I mean,
Fuck his girlfriend, right?
No, they're broken up. He doesn't have a girlfriend anymore.
Get out of here.
Yeah, my son's father is single right now.
Did he hit you up to tell you that?
No, he didn't. But I speak to him. We have a kid
Yeah.
together, so we speak to each other all the time. And
But
he broke up with his girlfriend, unfortunately. I feel bad.
No, you don't.
I was honestly hoping that they would have a baby.
You are such a liar. You do not like his girl.
No, I don't mind her. She's all right.
It's whatever. But I still want to know how would you propose to a guy? Like,
I'll be like, what's up? You want to
We'd
get
be in
married?
the Poconos and one of them martinis.
Nah, I wouldn't get down on, remember Chrissy and Jim Jones? Remember?
Yes.
I wouldn't do it like that. I wouldn't get down on my knees and propose, like, make an event of it. It would just be like, I was thinking, today's Wednesday. You want to get married?
Today's Wednesday. But you'll be mad if somebody proposed to you like that.
No, it depends. It depends on the situation. Because for me, marriage it's not about the ring. It's not about the money. It's about the soul connection. You know what I mean? If you love somebody and you feel that soul connection, I feel you should get married. Now, I don't think everybody thinks like that. I don't think everybody should think like the way I do. It's my personal opinion. But I've been a couple guys have proposed to me. I've been engaged twice and I've said no once. You know what I mean? That's 3 times. And, if...
Damn, that must be tough for him.
I mean, it is what it is.
I had to say
I
no.
be feeling like I think guys feel like women ultimately want to get married. So they'll say that let's just get married to make it better. And that's not
you
It's
feel
the worst
Yeah.
when somebody tries to propose to you when your shit is fucked up. Like that's gonna fix
Exactly.
that's gonna fix
that has
it.
happened to me, So for me personally, I'm not in a rush to get married. I'm not thirsty for it. It's not even something that I dreamt about when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I dreamt about living in a house on the hill. hill. I didn't think about a dog or a white fence. I didn't think about a husband. I didn't think about any of that. I just thought, hey, I want to live in a house on a hill, and I want to bring all my good friends that I hang out with in the neighborhood.
To my house in here.
Now, Gigi, I can see Gigi proposing. You've been with your man for a minute.
No, I'm not proposing.
But I can see it.
No, I can't.
What do you think he would say?
He would just look at me like I was crazy, probably. Like, I don't know what he would say. I don't know.
You wouldn't do it because you think he'll look at you crazy?
No,
or that's just not you?
I'm not proposing. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to propose. I feel like that's the man's job. And if we're going to get married, then that's what he should do. Mm-hmm. If that's what he wants.
Right.
Then he should propose.
What would he say, though?
I mean, what?
He might be like, yeah. And then you should go home tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
But I wonder how that is for a guy. If a woman proposes to him, does he feel like, is he like, oh, fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why you think?
No, I don't know. It depends.
Cause, bitch, if I'm ready, I'm a ask.
Right.
But you would never ask.
I'm not asking.
Would you do, Aviane, so you would never ask.
I would never ask a man to marry me.
No. That's his job.
Right. Would you, Angela?
I don't think so.
No.
Because I'm not going to lie, like, marriage is a scary thing to me anyway.
Mm-hmm. And then that rejection.
I'm fine with being with somebody forever and never getting married.
Yeah. That rejection that he might look at you like.
We going on 7 years.
But I would never ask somebody to marry me if I didn't think they would say yes.
I'm not asking.
But I'm fine with us being, I'm fine
and
with
nothing against a woman
married,
that does.
to be honest.
Nothing against a woman that does ask a man to marry. That's her, prerogative. But I just, no.
Now, we talked about this earlier. Once you stop using condoms with somebody, do you think you could start again?
No.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Like being in a situation, let's say y'all break up, he was cheating, and now y'all get back together.
We just gonna have to go take that trip to the doctor together, and we just gonna have to just trust each other that we
it's not gonna happen again.
Kosher, because we not using condoms.
Have you ever, like, the first time you didn't use a condom, never went back to using them after that with somebody?
Yeah, we used condoms the first time, and that was it.
And then after that, never again. That's a tough thing to do, to be like, hey, I need you to use a condom now.
Right. I mean,
because you see guys are like getting vasectomies, getting multiple women pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
guys are gross.
Yeah, guys.
And they don't
but
wrap it up.
Women, we don't like condoms just as much as men don't like condoms either, by the way.
Yeah, no.
But I think as a woman, look, these guys out here will fuck anything. Mm-hmm. And like you said, they'll have multiple babies by multiple women. So are they really worried about themselves? No. A lot of men will be, but I think as a woman, you should protect yourself.
Mm-hmm. I always think it's weird too when a guy tries to have sex with you with no condom.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, especially when it's the first time. Yeah,
because it's
the first time
with everybody.
Does it, that means he don't use condoms.
That means that
because you're not gonna make me think that you just looked at me and said, "Okay, she's
safe."
Yeah, you do that with everybody. You don't use condoms.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I definitely feel that way.
And if you say to him, use a condom.
If we getting at it for the first time and you just come straight with no condom, I'm going to just look at you like,
and that's
we're not even going to do it.
That's scary because men are less likely to go to the doctor.
You shouldn't want it if it's that easy.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Men don't go to the doctor.
I think men are less likely to go to doctors before women.
They figure if you don't have nothing, they don't have nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. But you see women go to the GYN.
Yeah.
Like women get checked up for any little thing. You know what I mean?
And if they don't, they should.
Yeah, I think as a woman, if you sexually active,
definitely should
go to the GYN and make sure you're good at the end of the day. Because
sometimes there's things that you can have no symptoms.
Yep.
And you don't even know you have something. True. And then you can end up not being able to have kids. You can end up having a scent.
Yeah. And I think for me, there's nothing better for me when I'm having sex with somebody to feel confident.
Yeah.
Like knowing that I'm protected. Even if you haven't if you're not using a condom with someone you're close to, but you're still not trying to, let's say, get pregnant, there's nothing better for me to feel confident, like knowing that like I'm protected, like on birth control, or like that I go to my GYN regularly to know that I'm good. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I've had this conversation with some male friends and just, listening to other people talk, and women, I think, are more likely to go to the doctor than men.
Absolutely.
And it's scary because men will be quick to be like,
I feel like they go if there's something wrong.
Something wrong.
They don't be getting them checkups. They go if they're like, damn, my dick is burning, or it is.
And that's scary.
It burned when I pee.
Yeah. Right. And that's scary because, like you said, a lot of shit don't give you symptoms. So a nigga could have something for a year and then think he's cool, and who knows how many chicks he's fucked. Right. And then when it gets worse, he's like, "Oh, I'm burning. Let me go." That's yes. You got to be safe out here.
Now, do you mind if your guy goes on a guy's trip?
The only thing I can think of when you say guys trip is just like bachelor party. And we all know that niggas
Like me
fuck
and my
at bachelor
guys
parties.
What happens at bachelor parties?
Guys fuck at bachelor parties. They get their dicks up. They fuck. It goes down at bachelor parties.
What happens if your man tells you we gotta go away for the week for my friend's bachelor party?
Then I already know you fucking. So I'm
You
a
think
tread.
so?
I'm a tread lightly. Absolutely.
You think anytime a guy goes out with his friends, he's fucking? I mean,
no, she
after
said
party,
bachelor party. She said.
Not
What if
that
it's
every
not a
guy
bachelor
is
party,
fucking,
though?
but
What if he's
the
just
bachelor
like-
is definitely getting some.
What if he's
special
like, let
happy
me just
ending.
go. I'm going on like a 3 or 4 day trip with the fellas. You cool? You think he's not doing anything?
That's weird.
We going to DR.
Yeah, no, you're going to get into some trouble.
But would he think it's weird if
We going
you
to
go on a
Brazil.
girls trip?
No, girls hang out more than guys hang out with just themselves.
Right.
If the guys are going on a guy trip, they got to be going to do something really
Be around
manly.
girls.
No,
Like what? White
white water, like fly fishing,
Ain't nobody
fucking
going no damn fly fishing.
mountain climbing.
Right.
Like I don't know, guys. If a guys trip, then y'all going to like a ski resort. Like y'all just going
What
to
if
go
they're like, yo, we going to Vegas just to guys? There's a fight
Yeah,
that
to
weekend.
get out the city.
hoes, and more hoes.
Yeah.
Damn. So what does that mean?
Every
though?
other city
So,
we
but
go.
what can you say? You can't tell him you can't go.
Right.
No, you don't tell him that you can't go. You just know that. Like I shit.
But what if he's
I know what's
calling you
going on.
every day and checking up and making
FaceTime.
sure you good? And do
He's
you
guilty.
feel more comfortable? Or you still like, nigga, you still doing you tonight? What's
Guess what?
you don't trust him?
We can be FaceTiming and she
And
can be
he's
right
sucking
here.
Somebody, yep. Somebody sucking his dick right there.
Damn, so he can't even be like, yo, such and such is getting married.
I'm not saying he can't, but
I mean, he
in
can
the
do it,
back
but
of
you
my
just
mind, I'm gonna think that it's some bullshit going on.
So you think anytime guys are together, it's some bullshit?
On a
Guys
trip.
are bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm not crazy.
I don't
Listen,
understand.
whenever I feel like whenever I'm not around, he up to some bullshit.
I agree.
You
with
like
Gigi.
right now? I'm
I
here.
agree with
What the fuck
Gigi.
he's doing?
Who knows
I
what the
agree
fuck
with
he doing
Gigi.
right now.
I agree with Gigi.
Shit.
That's a fucked up way to feel in a relationship, though.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
That's just men. That's how men
But
make you
that's
feel.
the reality.
Relationship
they,
or not.
They make you feel that way.
Relationship
it's just
or not.
reality. Just like with the blog from this week about putting your phone down and always having your phone turned down or making sure you got your phone with you at all times when you're in the house. You just walking around the house. You can't leave your phone sit on the table. No, because who knows what might pop up on the screen and get you caught the fuck up.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yep.
That's why shit don't pop up on my screen.
There ain't nothing popping up on my screen.
But
But it's different for girls and guys, I think. I think, like you said, men are always up to some bullshit.
man, I don't want to have a boyfriend that I don't trust.
it's hard.
It's hard.
It is.
I feel good. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't know.
I mean, it's great when you have a man that you can trust. Like, Lord, you know, God bless
if you ain't
him,
do
but
shit
it's
and I
tough
ain't
out
never catch
here.
you doing shit, I trust you.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
You know, so
If he doesn't give you a reason, then don't worry about it. But if, you know,
But when
if
you've
you-
had a reason to be skeptical,
then you're going to always be skeptical.
absolutely.
Especially me, I've dealt with that. Like once
but you can't
find
never get over
something-
it.
Take some time.
I think it depends on your
it takes
personality
time
and the
it
situation.
takes a lot of
Mhm.
not really proving himself, but actions speak louder than words.
Right.
So it takes for me to see that you've, changed, so to say, in order for me to be like, all right, he really not on no bullshit.
Because, you know, I go on girls' trips all the time with my girls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the time.
All the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't, you know.
But I think it's easy for girls, like Gigi said, to all go together on a trip and just
Girls
spend time
do
with each
things
other.
like that.
Have quality time with
we
each
be like,
other.
we gotta go to the
Guys
Yeah,
don't.
versus guys, it's like where the hoes at, where the girls with the fat
Guys
asses.
can't
where's,
be around
where's
each
the eye
other
candy.
and drink and hang out without somehow involving hoes.
Right.
They're gonna go to the strip club. They're gonna do whatever. It's always gonna be
No,
some hoes
because they
around
go to
one way or
sports
another.
bars and stuff like that and watch the game and play cards and no.
I think it all depends on the person too. There's some guys that are really, really loyal and genuine and don't worry about that, and they can hang out with their friends. But there's some other dudes, the majority, that are like, where the bitches at?
Damn, that's fucked up. You think it's an immaturity thing though? Like you think, because one of my ex-boyfriends, his mom told me that guys stop cheating when they get too old and tired to do it anymore.
It's true.
And it's too much effort.
Mhm.
She was like, listen, his stepfather ain't stopped cheating until his ass was too damn tired to be running in
It's
them
too
streets.
tired.
Yeah, because it's hard to keep up. Once these guys, they'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 chicks calling them, texting them. It's hard to keep up.
This is so sad, man. I feel terrible about this whole situation. Now, what about dating guys who have no friends? I dated this guy and literally he had no friends.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like,
None.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And it's a little weird because you want to be like, hey, let me get my friends. And, you know, we all go out and have drinks with your friends, but he
don't have no friends.
That's tough. I was in a relationship like that when I was like 18. And I was engaged to him early.
You was engaged?
Early.
At 18?
We were together like two years. He was a good family man. Like my mom loved him. His family loved me. He's somebody that I could have seen myself in the future with.
So what happened?
But you know, we just went different paths in life. Like I just started getting busier. He was just trying to find himself. And then he had friends, but he always wanted to spend time with me. And that was great. But after a while, it's like, babe, let's hang out with your friends. Let's hang out with my friends.
Or you go hang out with your friends.
Let's all merge together. Like you come out with my friends or you go out with your friends. And it was always like, no, I want to be with you. And I'm like, dude, that's cool. But like, we need different energy. We need to be around people. And then, you know, then he just started hanging out with other people, hanging out with other dudes, going to parties all the time and just
out of nowhere?
Yeah.
He got friends?
Yeah. I mean, he always had friends, you know, but he was more secluded to trying to focus on himself and being with me. And that was great. But I'm like, dude, we're still young. Let's have fun. Like, I want to be around my friends. I want you to come hang out with my friends. I want to be with your friends. Let's mingle. I don't want to sit in your room the whole time. You get bored.
And I like to have a boyfriend. I could set up play dates with him and my friends, other boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, me, you, such and such, and I want you to meet her boyfriend. Right. I like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like guys that could be social.
Yeah. Because it's like, then it turns into a routine. It's like, all right, I'm going to see you. We hanging out. You coming to see me. We doing the same thing. You get bored.
Damn. And why did y'all break up your engagement?
I think we were young. You know, we were real young at that point. We were in a serious relationship, but I think we were young. And again, we crossed paths. Our paths just changed in life and we kind of just separated. We went our own ways. But he had a baby after that and he was a good dude regardless. So I wish him the best, you know, but it was just, we started becoming different and that's fine. That happens.
All right, now here's the last question for lip service. Now, should you support your man or for guys, your women, if you think that what she's doing isn't really that good, if you don't believe in them? Like say they have a dream, a goal, they want to do something, but you don't really think they're that good at it. Should you still be supportive or should you let them know? Should you crush their dreams?
If there's a possibility for them to get better at said thing and get professional training or... you know,
you might need some professional training.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a way for them if there's a way for you to encourage them to improve that talent or whatever that skill or whatever it is, then you should encourage them that way. But if it ain't no way in hell, like let's just say
you want to be a singer,
can't sing a lick, or
but
been trying to sing.
Training. Or
been trying to sing and he just too old. You're not going to be in a boy band at 45. Because you can't be in a boy band at 45.
Right.
So
you don't have that six pack.
Right. You just know. So, I mean, I guess it all depends, but you should never be a yes person. You should always give the honest truth, whether it's going to hurt someone or not, because in the long run, you're going to hurt them by not being truthful with them. So I feel like, and I live my life just being honest and real because that's I would expect the same thing in return. But I just feel like you just got to keep it 100. And if it's something that you can't get better at, then quit while you're ahead and let's just move on and try some other things.
Like you never to be an actor.
Yeah,
it's just terrible.
Yeah. You can help them as much as you can. I think, like Gigi said, encourage them and help them find better ways to, improve their skills.
What if they're not making no money and you got to support them?
Hell no.
It depends how long. It depends how long because certain things take time, to develop.
Like, I'm gonna be an actor. I want to do this. I want to do that. Help me pay for these classes. And then when I blow up, I got you. You ain't got to work no more.
But how long is too long?
How long is too long? 10 years? 20 years.
How long?
10 years is a long time.
Yeah, that's
now.
a long time, Gigi. If it's been like 4 or 5 years and you haven't gotten at least some type of money, even if it's a couple bucks,
some type of stride.
Yeah, even if it's a couple bucks, it's like, all right, let's try to reevaluate what's going on. Let's see what else you're good at. Let's try to find other.
I just learned how to sew.
We got to pay the bills,
and I'm sewing and I'm making clothes.
Oh yeah, I see you sewing.
Yes, and I'm gonna get better at it. I'm not the best at it right now. But I teamed up with somebody that has more experience, and we're working together, and I'm getting better.
And he's supportive.
Now, yeah, if my shit sucked, I would want him to be like, bitch, stop.
But that
You
is
suck.
something you could learn,
Well, yeah.
even if you sucked at it at first.
I mean, but what if I was the type of person that just didn't dress well and just
or what if
was
you
a
like
mess
start?
altogether?
What if you started an online boutique selling that stuff and
it was just trash?
Yeah.
I would want him to tell me like, nah, babe, this shit trash. You know?
No, I feel you.
Yeah. So what if it's like, if it's something that they picked up as a hobby and they doing it on the side and they
Like
building,
photography.
like, yeah. Like I think that's a little better versus if it's something that they're not good at, but they're going full throttle.
Well, yeah, a
on
hobby's
it.
a hobby.
Yeah.
If they have a job and they can pay for their own hobby, go ahead.
No, but what if they want to take this hobby and make it like their full-time
Yeah, that's
gig
what I'm saying,
and they want to
right.
quit their job,
Right.
but
And
they
they
suck
not
at
good
the
at it
hobby.
either, right.
You gotta be like, no, babe, how them bills gonna get paid?
Yeah.
You know?
And then y'all gonna break up and then he gonna blow up and you can be like, God damn it,
I should have stayed.
Yeah. I should have supported my man when he had his dreams.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was lip service.
Yeah,
Listen,
this was
Amy, thank you
fun.
for joining us. So,
For sure.
we see you every single week. So I wanted to make sure that people got a chance to see who you were. You
sure.
rock with us all the time.
Yeah.
Yes,
and she's
ma'am.
always supportive of lip service from the very beginning
For sure.
of when we started doing this.
This was fun, man. It's like every week you learn something new from the guests that we have here, and the conversation is
And you
just
always chime in
hilarious.
too, like when we be downstairs talking about our lives and what is happening, you know, what
Yeah.
you think about this. Because we talk about a lot of stuff before we do the show. When we
Right.
sitting downstairs.
Yep. And it's even hard when you have guests to not chime in. You know, all the
Right.
shit that the guest is saying it's just hilarious. We've had some good episodes, so I'm excited to be on board. For sure.
The
For
one
sure.
thing that I just want to say I want to do that you guys always talk about is sucking dick until you cry.
Yo, your
Man.
eyes start watering, your nose
Man.
start running.
Man.
It don't sound cool to me,
happens.
but
It
I
happens.
mean, it feels
That's
like
yeah.
You're
that's-
gagging, your
man, listen.
spit everywhere. It's just messy as shit all
Yep.
over your face.
Like Uncle
cannot
Murda
save
said,
your
don't wipe
makeup.
those tears.
You cannot save
Let
your
'em
makeup.
run.
You just gotta let it. Yeah. Work on it.
I'm gonna work on that. I want to cry.
I want to
No
cry.
90s head. No 90s head.
All right, lip service. We'll be back next week. All right, now we got to ask you, our loyal listeners, a favor. Now, we want to get to know you. So what we need you to do is fill out a quick online survey. It only takes 5 minutes. And not only do you help us out on lip service, you'll also enter for a chance to win a $100 iTunes gift card. Music, apps. Now, we know some of you may already have done surveys like this in the past, but we need you to log in and fill this out as accurately as possible. So once we know more about you, then we'll be able to help deliver the show and sponsors that you always wanted. All right. So we got to get some good sponsors that are a great fit. And then we get to give you some deals and information on the brands that you care about, while we also keep the show free to enjoy every week. So all you have to do to make the show better or to win a free iTunes or Amazon.com gift card is go to lipservicesurvey.com. That's lipservicesurvey.com. All right. Help us out, please.